Hi guys, and welcome back. And since we didn't have a 90-day fiance due to the Super Bowl,
How can you do this to me?
we're gonna cover The Last Resort today. And it's a true nut house, I gotta tell you. But anyways, let's get into it, because on this installment of 90-Day Fiancé, the last stop before the divorce lawyer's office, we start off with Julia and Nomad over here. And as annoying as this dude is, you have to feel bad for this guy. I mean, she cheated on him with an ex, which I think personally, that's the worst than just some rando, that you meet at a bar or something. Anyway, so they're there and they're talking to the therapist. And she's like, do you think that you can get over the cheating? Valid question. And he's like, yeah, I mean, my asshole's sore from it right now, but with time, yeah, sure, good luck. Especially with this one.
And she gonna live with me, remember everything, so blaming me for the rest of our life.
Cause he seems like the type that would bring it up every 2 to 3 business days. Like, they're literally gonna have an argument about kitty litter, and he's gonna somehow bring it back to this cheating situation. And listen, I'm not saying that a person needs to just get over it. Speaking from experience, as much as one can forgive a person, they will hashtag never forget. Because deep down inside, you will harbor some kernel of insecurities and resentment to where now you're all stressing when he's telling you that he's gonna go to the 7-Eleven to pick up a bag of chips. It's not a way to live. It really isn't. Anywho, these two are so doomed regardless, because honestly, they are as compatible as marshmallows and cheddar cheese. No. She likes to go out and have fun, and he likes to stay home and stare at a wall all night. So now let's jump into the why are they here couple. And aren't they actually broken up by this point when they're shooting? Is this just completely, totally manufactured drama? I mean, more than usual. So anyway, so Sophie is butthurt because she caught Rob canoodling with a woman on his Galaxy phone for the 50 millionth time.
Yesterday, I had seen Rob messaging some girls on his phone and...
Girl, fool me once, fool me twice, you're an idiot. Fool me the third or 50 millionth time, honestly, are you blind? You're not Stevie Wonder, get it together, girl. Because it's honestly Groundhog's Day with these two. But worse.
Very disrespectful and hurtful to me when we're here to both try and be together.
I mean, every time they're on a spin-off, it's this fucking storyline of Rob was talking to a girl online. It's we're so over it. Start picking on something else, please, for the love of God. And apparently her menace of a friend, Kay, the one that looks like a trash bag, she sent her a screenshot of a dating profile that Rob has, apparently. Why do I feel like Crazy actively went on a mission to catch Rob on a dating site? She probably signed up on every site you could think of, OkCupid, Hinge, Farmers Only, just to find this douche on the site. And lo and behold, she did.
This morning, my friend Kay sent me a screenshot of Rob having an active dating profile.
So with all this, Jasmine gives Sophie the advice that she should go tell everyone in the group that he was talking to some girl online. What the hell is that gonna do? Honestly, does she think that people are gonna be well, I guess I can't be friends with you anymore because you were talking to some girl online? Nah, man. Nobody cares. Honestly, they'd actually rather not hear about it, to be quite honest. Better advice would have been to sneak a scorpion in his underpants. Now that's some revenge. And honestly, it would have been far better of a TV moment than all the squawking that everyone was subjected to. No. So I need to take a minute because my dog Mango wants to tell you to like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to the show. So while everyone's cooking bacon and having a good old breakfast, Sophie tells the group about the incident. And anyway, gaslighter Rob tries to turn it around on Sophie like gaslighters normally tend to do.
And also...
Show me.
Please show me. May I speak?
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
And Sophie tells the group that, he's been two-facing them by telling them that he's so sad that Sophie's not with him, blah, 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 while sending texts to other women. There really isn't much context whenever they're talking about the situation. I don't know. It's just one big ridiculous pile of doo-doo here with these two. So Rob, goes crazy and tells us that he hasn't been on any app.
Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear.
the way that guilty people generally tend to be and tend to act. You know, regardless, Sophie was egging him to talk to other girls.
I was only on a dating app after Sophie told me to go talk to other women.
And again, I need some dates on this. Like, when did this happen? When did that happen? Please give us some context again. So regardless, Sophie said that she never said that she never said that go talk to other girls. Anyway, so this one, in a tizzy, sits down for what seemed to be an eternity looking for the text message where Sophie gave him permission to go see other women.
I gotta find it.
And guess what? Lo and behold, finds it.
As of March 4th, 2023, me and you are on a break, and I give you permission to act single and will not hold this against you.
I honestly didn't even think that it existed. I thought that it was just, you know, him just trying to buy himself some time to not look like a guilty-ass piece of shit. But here we are, with Rob actually telling the truth. Because honestly, with these two, nothing ever makes sense, and nothing is the truth. It's just kind of some jumbled nonsense. So they have more back and forth, more and more screaming, and the therapist comes over because of all the crazy screaming she's hearing.
The dating app pause. I need you to pause. I need you to pause.
And I really feel bad for her. She really is doing the Lord's work. In fact, the therapist on this season, I tip my hat to you guys because you really look like you're really, you know, singing for your supper here compared to last season's, who could have been a wall that they were speaking to. It really didn't make any difference. So they squawk a bit more.
Acted like you cared for 5 seconds.
The first time I moved out when I didn't want to be with...
And they can't seem to, you know, sit and actually have a normal conversation. So the therapist separates them. And in a crying panic, Sophie runs to the bathroom and reaches out to the other toxic woman in her life, her mother. Yay. This girl is surrounded by garbage, really. No wonder she's the way that she is. So on to the next 4-alarm fire with Hurricane Natalie and Sir Douche-a-Lot.
I'm not taking the...
And she's screaming so much, breaking the fourth wall, and you know it's serious when the fourth wall is broken and you see some producer hanging out.
I'm not returning to the group. It's gaslighting and body shaming.
And why do you ask, or how did this happen? Apparently, Josh said that he didn't want to sleep with her, and thus he was body shaming her.
And it felt like an insult.
Yeah, okay, crazy. And honestly, Josh, you're a fame whore. Because to put yourself through all this to get your 15 minutes, you're really a desperate man. Because there is no way any man would have stuck around with bonkers for this long of a time. And going on some retreat in the middle of the desert to try and fix things. Like, fix what? You can't fix crazy. At least not this crazy. But then at the end of the day, let me tell you another thing. I don't know what Josh tells her when we're not around. He's probably telling her all sorts of lovey-dovey things just to keep her reeled in so he can have this nonsense fakery going on. I don't know. I really don't know. But Josh is no good, to be quite honest with you. So this honestly seems kind of like the incident when she thought Mike's mom was calling her a hooker. This kind of reminds me of that. I mean, really, to be quite honest with you, I don't really know what the hell's going on, to tell you the truth. There's just too much screaming to really understand what's happening. But anyway, so Natalie is insulted.
I'm sorry if you misunderstood that.
You just stop lying.
Because, you know, Natalie is insulted if you fart wrong, honestly. And it really stems from all her deep-ass insecurities and mommy dearest. Let's not forget her. We've seen their dynamic. We know what she's contributed to this mess. So with all that being said, Florian, the hero of the scene, pulls Natalie aside.
Tell people I don't like people to touch me. His problem. It's not your problem. Not flipping that problem in you, you know?
And tells her, listen, he apologized. You need to accept it. And you know, a lot of people thought that Florian was a total ditz, but he's really bringing it this season with his comments, his good advice. His face reads like a book, and we're all here for it. To me, he's the most normal one of the group. Really. So they all end up going to this relationship activity, and the therapist looks like she's about to lose it. Regardless, it's a screaming exercise that they're doing. Yay. I mean, I would love to do that, because I've screamed into a pillow a couple of times in my life, and I have to say, it is very therapeutic. If you haven't tried it, I really suggest you do that.
Kung Fu Panda.
So Ari here, who I cannot stand, I can't stand her or her stupid husband either, but she just grinds my gears more than the other one, because the other one's just an idiot. She's just calculated and uses her emotions as a weapon. Anyway, so Ari's like, I don't think I can handle all this screaming. I can't handle that. And yeah, I get it. Like, the morning was tough, but girl, put on some big girl pants and just deal with it like the rest of them are doing. So while the group is trying to tap into their power, and she runs off like she normally does. I said, I'm not trying to dog on her anxiety. You know, I'm sure it's a lot to be there, but this is the way that she deals with everything and anything in life. She's just like, I'm overwhelmed, and then she runs away. She needs to find better coping mechanisms. And this is coming from someone that allegedly says that she's like, you know, the one that's probably the most sane out of all of them because she's had the most therapy. It's like, girl, please stop. So Ari says that the breathing exercise that they were doing, the breathing harnessing power exercise that they were doing was triggering her stress. This girl gets triggered by everything. Literally a leaf falls from the tree and she gets triggered and runs to the bathroom.
Ari, what she want?
Not enough attention.
So anyway, Ari comes back to the group and she lets it out. And not in a good way. I mean, you can tell this chick has some superiority complex. Again, miss, I've been in therapy all my life. Really, girl? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Today was very traumatic for me because everything Sophie's going through, I went through all of that.
So Ari is rapid firing, accusing the group of rewarding narcissistic behavior. Not saying that's not true, but she should not be talking. She blames Julia for wanting male attention, and it's like, what the hell? Even if it is true, like, who the fuck cares?
You need constant male attention, and I'm sure you see that she does need that constantly.
And she accuses Julia of calling Rob's shit out, but not Binny's. Maybe it's because no one likes you, Ari, and her privilege is really showing right now, taking it out on everyone. She acts like she's better than anyone there, and it's like, girl, you're literally in the nut jar with all the rest of the nuts. So, yeah. So anyway, she runs off and she's gone, and who the fuck cares because she sucks anyways. And the group continues to harness their power / screaming sesh. And they all really loved it, and thank God their camping retreat is done and they can get back to the resort. I mean, I would be happy as shit if that were the case too, because I'm not a camping girl. I'll do a resort, but don't put me in the woods or the desert. So cut to Gino and Jasmine, and they're reflecting on their therapy session. And Jasmine thinks that Gino was lying, and I'm sure he was because this man can't tell the truth for shit. And he's like all like waterworksy, about to spill the beans about what he really meant or the truth. And cut to, we're done. And that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And come back. Have a wonderful week. And yeah. Bye.